Now here is an extension. Here are some of the keys to cooperative human relations. And they all start with A, and the first is acceptance. Acceptance means accepting the other person unconditionally for exactly who they are, without judgment and without reservation. Acceptance or rejection is something that takes place with every interaction, and we are attuned from childhood to be very alert to whether or not we are accepted or rejected by others in social interaction. And the finest and simplest way to express acceptance of others in a conversation is simply to smile. Simply to smile. It requires 12 muscles to smile and 103 muscles to frown. And whenever we smile at another person, it not only puts them at ease and raises their self-esteem, but when you smile, it releases endorphins in the brain and gives you a feeling of well-being and contentment. Another key to cooperation is appreciation. I think the two most beautiful words in any language are thank you. Please and thank you will get you just about anywhere you want to go. I've traveled in over 80 countries, and I find that you can get halfway across almost any country in the world if you just learn how to say please and thank you and be courteous and polite with people. And the more you say thank you to people, the more they will want to do things for you in order to hear you say thank you again. And one of the best things that you can do to build self-esteem in your children is to say thank you to them for everything they do for you. And one of the best things that you can do to build a happy home is to say thank you to your spouse for everything they do, small or large, around the house. Another key to cooperative human relations is approval and praise, which is to acknowledge and to recognize when people do things and when they do things well. And some of the keys to approval and giving approval is, first of all, be sincere. Never express approval unless you believe it, unless you actually genuinely feel that the individual has done something that is praiseworthy. Another key to approval is to be immediate. If somebody does something, give them the praise immediately afterwards. Praise delayed is usually praise that has no effect at all. Be specific when you praise. If a person has done a good job on a specific item, say, you've done an excellent job on this item. Always praise specifically what you would like to see repeated. And two other points on approval. If you would like to develop a habit in another person, praise continuously until the habit is developed. If you would like to maintain the habit, then praise intermittently afterwards. In other words, praise the person every second or third time they do it to maintain the habit in place. Another key to cooperative human relations is admiration. Abraham Lincoln said everybody likes a compliment. And the two things that you can quite safely compliment people on are their traits or their possessions. You certainly are punctual, or that's very generous of you, or you certainly are working hard today, is complimenting a person on their traits. People are very proud of their personal traits. Or compliment people on their possessions. People place a lot of emotional significance on the possessions that they surround themselves with. If you praise a person's car, you can never go wrong. Praising a person's children, praising a person's house, or praising a person's clothes, or praising a person's furniture in their house or in their office will always be greeted well by the other person. It raises the other person's self-esteem and makes them far more receptive to working cooperatively with you. And finally, agreeability. Be agreeable. Be an agreeable person. Be the sort of person that people like to have around because you are not argumentative or difficult. And even if you disagree, ask yourself always, how important is this? And if it's not important, let it pass. One of the characteristics of people that we always enjoy is that they smile, they say thank you, they praise and approve our behaviors and our actions, they admire our possessions, and they're agreeable and they're easy to get along with.